Hello guys. So our next video on the same topic, we continue the previous topic, inverse trigonometry, and according to these theorems we will collect the formulae which we will use in the problems of inverse trigonometry. These are very helpful for solving these questions. And right now in inverse trigonometry we have any trigonometric inverse, and how will you convert this inverse in other trigonometric inverses? So this is very important question or theorem. According to this, right now we are taking sine inverse x as a basic inverse, and we will modify this sine inverse x in terms of cos inverse, tan inverse, cosec inverse, sec inverse and cot inverse. So how will you do this? Right now we have sine inverse x. So in case of sine inverse x, we consider it as theta. Now this becomes sine theta. Sine theta equals to x. So we can also place x over 1. And as we know the definition of sine, this is the ratio of perpendicular and hypotenuse. So we draw a triangle, right triangle, in which perpendicular should be x and hypotenuse as 1. So it is hypotenuse and this is perpendicular and it is base, right? So we use these expressions of the sides 1 x and under root this in terms of other inverses. So right now we have sine theta is x, and by this we prepare this triangle, right triangle. Right now we want to convert this in terms of cos inverse. So we collect the formula of cos theta. So cos theta is base over hypotenuse. So cos theta is b over h, and we have the value of base is under root 1 minus x square and hypotenuse as a 1, right? So we put it here, cos theta equals to under root 1 minus x square over 1. It means theta equals to cos inverse of this. And what is theta? Theta is sine inverse x. So sine inverse x equals to, in terms of cos inverse, under root 1 minus x square. So this is the conversion of sine inverse to cos inverse. Again we go for tan inverse. So by this triangular information we will collect the tan theta. Tan theta is perpendicular over base, and perpendicular is x and base is under root 1 minus x square. It means tan theta equals to perpendicular x and base is under root 1 minus x square. It means theta equals to tan inverse of this, x over under root 1 minus x square. And what is theta? Theta is sine inverse x. We place sine inverse x. It means sine inverse x is equivalent to tan inverse of x over under root minus x square. So this is the conversion by which sine inverse will be converted into tan inverse. Same manner we go for cosec. Cosec is h over b. So it is cosec theta is 1 over under root, perpendicular, h over p. So it is 1 over x. Means theta equals to cosec inverse 1 over x. And theta is sine inverse x. So it is a simple conversion. Sine inverse x equals to cosec inverse of reciprocal of x. But when we go for cot theta, cot inverse, then we collect the value of cot theta. Cot theta is base over perpendicular. So base is under root 1 minus x square and perpendicular is x. So cot theta is under root of 1 minus x square divided by x. It means theta equals to cot inverse of this right hand side expression, and theta is again sine inverse x. So this is a simple conversion of sine inverse into cot inverse. In the same way, when we collect the sec inverse, so sec theta is h over b. H is 1 and base is under root 1 minus x square. So this is the sec theta, and theta is sec inverse of 1 over under root 1 minus x square, and theta is sine inverse x. So this is the way, this is the method how will you start any inverse, and we will convert it in other trigonometric inverse. So if you have a cos inverse, then you will consider it cos inverse x as a theta, and cos theta is x over 1. Then we place other triangle in which base is x and hypotenuse is 1. And in case of sine inverse, we have the perpendicular of hypotenuse. In case of cos inverse, we have x over 1 and base over hypotenuse, right? Now the next theorem, theorem number 11, and in this we have 4 results. Like first result is sine inverse x plus sine inverse y equals to sine inverse of x into under root 1 minus y square plus y into under root 1 minus x square. And the same way we have sine inverse x minus sine inverse y equals to sine inverse of x under root 1 minus y square, and there is y under root 1 minus x square, and there is a simple difference, there is positive sign, and right now in this formula we have negative. It means when we add these two inverse, sine inverse, then there will be a positive sign. When we take the difference of two inverse, sine inverse, then we have the formula negative. So in this formula we obtain negative sign. And the same way the cos inverse x plus cos inverse y equals to cos inverse of xy into under root 1 minus x square into under root 1 minus y square. And the same manner as we discussed above, if the positive sign, but there is a little bit difference, if it is positive then there will be negative sign, opposite sign. And if the two inverse of cos we have the difference, then we get the positive sign. So in case of sine inverse we have the similar signs, but in case of cos inverse we have hetero signs. If there is positive between cos inverse, but we get negative. If it is negative, then it will be positive, right? So we are taking the first theorem, first part of theorem number 11, that is sine inverse x plus sine inverse y equals to sine inverse of x into 1 minus y square plus y into under root 1 minus x square. Now we have two sine inverse, means we have two different values. So let us consider sine inverse x equals to theta 1 and sine inverse y as theta 2. So according to this, when we transform this, we get x equals to sine theta 1 and y equals to sine theta 2. Right now we have two values of sine x and y. And according to our previous discussion, if it is theta 1, as we have considered, theta 1 plus theta 2, and when sine comes on left hand side, this becomes sine theta 1 plus theta 2. So this is the formula of sine theta 1 plus theta 2. And trigonometrical formula sine theta 1 plus sine theta 2, sine of theta 1 plus theta 2 equals to sine theta 1 cos theta 2 plus cos theta 1 sine theta 2. But we have the values of only sine, but in this expression we have cos also. So first we should convert these. So we can write cos in terms of sine. So it is sine theta 1 as it is, and in place of cos theta 2 we substitute 1 minus sin square theta 2 under root, and the same way plus when we substitute cos theta 1 as under root 1 minus sin square theta 1 and sin theta 2 as it is. Right now right hand side is completely transformed in terms of sine, and according to our assumption we have sin theta 1 as x, sin theta 2 as y. So we put these values in this right hand side expression. This is x and this is 1 minus y square, and this is 1 minus x square, and this is y. We put these values, and this is sin theta 1 plus theta 2. So sine comes on right hand side, becomes sine inverse. So theta 1 plus theta 2 equals to sine inverse of this expression, and we substitute these values according to our assumption. Theta 1 is sine inverse x, theta 2 is sine inverse y. We substitute these values on this place. So we get sine inverse x plus sine inverse y equals to sine inverse of this. So this is the required result, hence proved. Now next part of this theorem, theorem number 11th, that is cos inverse x plus cos inverse y, and it is equal to cos inverse of xy minus under root of 1 minus x square into under root 1 minus y square. So for proving this we consider two angles like cos inverse x as theta 1 and cos inverse y as theta 2. So on changing this we get the cos theta 1 equals to x and cos theta 2 as y, and according to picking the formula we have a trick. It is angle 1 theta 1 and this is the angle theta 2. So this becomes theta 1 plus theta 2, and when we take reverse back cos inverse on left hand side, this becomes cos. So right now we have a clue of the formula which we will use for proving this result, that is cos theta 1 plus cos theta 2, and according to trigo we have the formula cos theta 1 plus cos theta 2 equals to cos theta 1 into cos theta 2 minus, if we have positive sign then it will be negative. In terms of cos we have the hetero sign, so it is negative sin theta 1 sin theta 2. So this is the formula we will use for getting the result, that is, now we have the values of cos x and y, but in this expression, this formula, we have sine expression also. So first we convert these into terms of cos. So we can write sin theta 1 as under root 1 minus cos square theta 1 and sin theta 2 as under root of 1 minus cos square theta 2. Now the right hand side of this formula is right now in terms of cos, and we substitute these values. So it is x, this is y, so it is x and y, cos theta 1 is x and cos theta 2 is y, and according to this when we put this under root 1 minus x square and under root 1 minus y square. So right hand side is right now completely transformed in terms of x and y. Cos theta 1 plus cos theta 2 equals to this, and theta 1 plus theta 2 is cos inverse of this expression, right hand side expression, and right now we should convert these angles in terms of cos as a requirement. So it is theta 1 is cos inverse x and theta 2 is cos inverse y. So we substitute these values in this expression. So final result we obtain cos inverse x plus cos inverse y equals to cos inverse of x into y minus under root 1 minus x square into under root 1 minus y square. So hence proved. And similarly we can prove cos inverse x minus cos inverse y equals to cos inverse of this, and there is little bit difference only, it is negative and this is positive, When we consider this one as theta 1 and cos inverse y as theta 2, and there is a subtraction, or you can say difference, between these two angles, and we pick the cos inverse on left hand side, we get cos theta 1 minus theta 2. So we will use this formula in place of cos theta 1 plus cos theta 2, and its formula is cos theta 1 cos theta 2 plus sin theta 1 sin theta 2, and we substitute this, we get cos theta 1 cos theta 2 plus under root of 1 minus cos square theta 1 under root 1 minus cos square theta 2, and this is cos theta 1 minus theta 2. So when we put x and y on this place, we get the same result but with positive sign, because the negative subtraction difference of angles of cos is positively, it gives the formula with positive sign. So there is simple difference, so we can prove this formula using the same method but using the different formula. In place of sum of two angles, we use the difference of two angles of cos. Now the next theorem, 2 tan inverse x equals to tan inverse of 2x over 1 minus x square, and the restriction is if mod x less than 1. So for proving this expression for this theorem, we consider two things. One is modulus x less than 1 and tan inverse x as theta. So if tan inverse x is theta, then x is tan theta. So right now we have this information also with this, and we extract the formula which we will use for proving this expression. That will be, it is 2 tan inverse x and tan inverse x as a theta, so it becomes 2 theta, and when this tan inverse comes on left hand side, this becomes tan 2 theta. So we use the formula of tan 2 theta. So this is a trick for getting the formula. Okay, now we have this tan 2 theta. So the formula of tan 2 theta in trigo, that is tan 2 theta equals to 2 tan theta over 1 minus tan square theta, and we have tan theta as x, so we put it tan theta equals to x. That now this becomes 2x over 1 minus x square. So on right hand side we get this, so tan 2 theta equals to 2x over 1 minus x square. It means 2 theta equals to tan inverse of 2x over 1 minus x square, and as our assumption theta is tan inverse x, we put it on left hand side. In place of theta we get 2 tan inverse x equals to tan inverse 2x. So this is the required result, so hence proved. Now the last theorem is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equals to tan inverse of x plus y over 1 minus xy, but the restriction is xy less than 1. And second theorem is tan inverse x minus tan inverse y equals to tan inverse x minus y over 1 plus xy if xy greater than minus 1. So right now we are taking first part. So let us consider xy less than 1. and there are two inverses, means two angles. So it is tan inverse x as theta angle and tan inverse y as a phi angle. So if it is theta and this is phi, so this becomes tan, means theta plus phi, and when we take tan inverse on left hand side, this becomes tan theta plus phi. So this is a extraction of the formula which should be used for proving this theorem. Now we use tan theta plus phi. So tan theta plus phi equals to, this is the formula, tan theta plus tan phi over 1 minus tan theta tan phi. And we know this according to our assumption, x is tan theta and y is tan phi. So we put this value on right hand side. So tan theta is x and tan phi is y. So this is x plus y over 1 minus the product of xy equals to tan theta plus phi. It means theta plus phi equals to tan inverse of x plus y over 1 minus xy. And again we put these angles in terms of inverse. As we know, theta is tan inverse x and phi is tan inverse y. We put it here. So it is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equals to tan inverse of x plus y over 1 minus xy. So this is our required result, hence proved. And the same manner we can also prove tan inverse x minus tan inverse y equals to tan inverse of x minus y over x plus y. Only the simple change, these are the two angles like theta and phi, and when we take tan on this side, this becomes tan of theta minus phi. So we use the formula tan theta minus phi. So when we use this minus, then this becomes negative and this becomes positive, and we get this result. And but the restriction is this, xy should be greater than minus 1. So this is the way we will prove these theorems, and these are very important and very helpful problems. On using these we can solve the questions. So if you want any problem in inverse trigo, you can take help by this playlist of inverse trigonometry. Thank you.